I'd like to welcome you, Lex, to the University of the West of England and to the fourth in this series of this Best Practice interviews, where we invite people like yourself from industry. And so many thanks for coming. And we're going to have to hold this interview this afternoon and apologise for the background noise. There's a real work going on here, construction. The university is expanding and growing, so if you hear the odd pneumatic drill, I'd ask you to bear that.
I won't say I feel affronted by the fact that it's not us building it, but no, that's fine.
No, that's
I'll try to ensure I don't get too ratty.
Lex, you've come from Midas, and what we're going to do really today is to talk really about how construction is at the forefront of the climate change agenda, and in particular what we talk about sustainable construction, which I know is very much something you, as a personally and also as a company, are very focused on. So perhaps we could start with hearing a little bit about the company you work for and your role within the organisation.
As you say, I work for the Midas Group. I actually work for MySpace, which is the affordable housing company of the Midas Group, and we have a particular interest in the world of sustainable construction, but I'll come on to that a little bit later.
Sure.
Midas Group, to give you a bit of background, we are one of the largest privately owned contractors in the southwest. We have a turnover of approximately 240 million, which is reasonable. We're no giant, but at the same time we're no minnow either. We have 9 offices spread throughout the southwest and South Wales. That's our footprint, if you like. If you can visualise this, is from Land's End pretty much to London, up to Birmingham and across to Swansea. So it's a fairly large patch that we cover. 5 operating companies within Midas Group. Midas Construction, which is the lion's share of the organisation, and that does hospitals, schools, extensions, fire stations, you name it, but bog standard construction stuff. Midas Retail, they build for the major blue chip retailers, Marks and Spencer's, Waitrose, Morrison's, Sainsbury's and the like. We have Midas Interiors. They do fast track fit out of commercial properties, a lot of office space, lawyers' offices and the like. Midas Developments, who buy and develop land. And then last but by no means least, MySpace, the outfit that I work for, which is dedicated to the affordable housing sector.
Right. And in terms of the MySpace, is that of the business? Is it what sort of percentage of the business would you say that?
At the moment, relatively small. We only actually started up 3 years ago. I'll spare you the details, but 3 years ago the Midas Group went through a major restructuring and a rebranding exercise, and the chief executive, our current chief executive Alan Hope, decided that we needed to face the market in a more logical manner. So a then company, Midas Property Services, was split into MySpace and Midas Interiors. We've been working in the social housing world actually for about 15 years. It's just that we didn't have a dedicated company. Now we do.
And your sort of title, if you like, is Customer Relationship Manager, I think it is.
Yeah.
Is that? Could you say a little bit more about what sort of role you play?
I flit between job titles. I'm a business development manager, customer relations manager. Like a lot of people, I think, in industry these days, you need to be who you need to be on the day. My job role predominantly is business development. So within MySpace, my core roles are finding work, tracking work, helping to win work, keeping the profile of the company high, helping my executive director, Andrew Johnston, identify target markets and to penetrate those markets, get in there and basically win work. Ultimately, particularly in the current environment, as you can imagine, it's all about winning work. Having said that, I wear a number of other hats in the group as well. I'm the sustainability champion, for want of a better word. It's not a job title, hence me being here talking to you today. Heavily involved in our sort of corporate responsibility agenda and a number of other things besides. But my core job is work winning for MySpace.